thought about a lot with AI. So anybody post in the chat if you guys saw anything, any news about ChatGPT 5, put a one, ChatGPT 5. So I'm opening up with that one. I'm really excited because it's the whole idea is kingdom agents, AI agents where from a prompt to a finished product. That's what they're working on. Like they're saying, maybe I'll even talk about that real quickly here where ChatGPT 5, like you can just type in ChatGPT 5, but like right here, some articles in terms of ChatGPT 5 might this summer materially better to update ChatGPT, but the whole idea, even the CEO is saying really good new model, so it's being tested already. You can see that their conversation when the chat, so when's ChatGPT 5 coming out, honest answer, blink twice if this is year. An amazing new model this year. I don't know what we'll call it. But the whole idea is I was reading some articles on this, but the whole idea is AI agents where from like it's gonna make ChatGPT 4 really not as smart. I think I posted in like my Signal group. So let me check the Signal group where there you go. I think I can add it there. Let me see here. And then we'll do some um oh that's the Sora stuff. Okay. We'll get to there. All right, guys, so ChatGPT 5. I'm really excited. Maybe before we start talking about ChatGPT, guys, this is so powerful. I mean, we don't really see the power what we have in our hands. And obviously, if you look at this, let's go to the GPT store. Like this is how powerful it is, right? You got to use what's in our hands, right? This is where it shines, right? This is where it shines. It shines. Anything graphics is the first one, right? If you see here, Dolly graphics, anything graphics, anything writing, right? So in the accelerator and in the advanced, I'm going to cover more on the newsletters, how I mean, I really watched that video on the newsletters. Two people, two part-time people using AI ChatGPT to create nineteen newsletters. And in 2 years, an exit of, I don't know, 15 or $19 million. That's the kind of power we have in our hands. We're like, wow, two part-time people, you write it, you forget it, creating newsletters that can produce millions of dollars. I'm like, that's just the subject of newsletters. You can make money like crazy. Kingdom Finance and Kingdom Impact. When I'm talking about newsletters, like we're gonna get back to this whole idea of newsletters. But the whole idea is that's what I said. Like use what's in our hands. Guys, type in the chat. I'll use what's in my hands, and this is where it shines. Like they're telling us where ChatGPT is the strongest in. If you want to do anything graphics, this is where it shines. They're Dolly. Anything writing, this is where it shines. I'm talking about essays, newsletters, books, right? Like, my goodness, it's just ridiculous. And now in this case, productivity, anything to speed stuff out, research and analysis. Even guys, anybody can be a programmer now using ChatGPT. And of course, the last two, education and lifestyle. This is where ChatGPT is like so powerful. Okay, so I just want to throw that out there. But let's go with the teachings. I know this is supposed to be the foundations, to laying out the foundation parts. Jim Rocks, where did we, and Emmanuel, did we stop at chapter 15? I think we stopped at 15, right? If I'm not mistaken. Chapter
Yes,
15.
we stopped at 15 side.
Okay. So 16, we're gonna do 16, 17, 18. All right, so here we go. Maintaining a healthy relationship with AI. Obviously, setting boundaries. Let's call that out. I didn't want to cover that. Boundaries on how and you'll use ChatGPT. I mean, right now, the Dolly, when I'm using Dolly and Midjourney, obviously be careful with sensual items. ChatGPT is pretty good at that one. Mid Journey is not, and there's some out there that's very, very evil. So just boundaries in there. Obviously now we know about copywriting, copyright items. If you're gonna do anything image generated, my suggestion is create the image and let ChatGPT or Dolly transform it, right? Don't let Dolly transform it first. Even a little stick of paper, right? So for instance, let me give you an example. Stick man. Believe it or not, if I read Mr. Um, um, Peter Niev's thing, pencil stickman, right? Handwritten. I want something handwritten. Like let's say handwritten. I'm just showing you guys an example. Handwritten. I mean, this is some good ones. All right, so let's say this one here. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna take a picture of this. Okay, like you draw it first and then let ChatGPT improve it, right? So in this case, um, take on persona of the best Photoshop editors in the world, improve this image for crypto ad, sorry, AI challenge ad, right? So let me see if I can feed this desktop. Okay, I think it's this one. Quick look. All right, so that's a stick man. Just let you start with the image. Obviously, you're gonna draw this, even if it's just a simple text or a drawing that you did. Take a percent of the best Photoshop editors in the world, improve this image for AI challenge ad. And for an AI challenge ad would involve several enhancements to the current stick drawing, which could include okay, go ahead, right? So just do it. Improve that. But the whole idea is versus generate me an image is like, okay, you have this, you fed it. Look at that. I'm getting two of those image. But like back to what we're talking about here, boundaries. Boundaries, we said obviously the sensual kind of images, but in this case, even the boundaries of in the legal side of this. Um Obviously you can't don't what you call that um don't what's the word I'm looking for, plagiarize type of deal. So like here, like I can like you can give credit where credit's due. So like I have these two images. Okay, so now I have this, download that, download this. We learn with Google Image, we can download and search. Okay, does this look like it's copyrighted? Okay, let me download this to Google Image. Is this someone's actual thing, right? Stock images enhanced, like no one has this sword and shield. This is pretty unique. Okay, just this picture here. And then Google Image, the second one, right? Peter Neves taught us that you can quickly just search um, right? I mean, this is obviously look like this, and then like it's probably not copyrighted. But what I'm trying to say is just the boundaries, the homework, write down your goals and values related to ChatGPT. We're going to do this on Tuesday. Just the whole, your understanding your boundaries, even the time you're using it, how much you're using it. Believe it or not, I haven't been using this to prepare my content. I'm putting the content on the fly, and then on the fly, I'm using it for content type of situation. But like okay, relationship with AI, it's gonna go so deep, right? Like how you're using it, be mindful how much time and reliance you are placing on AI. Is it aiding your productivity or becoming a crutch, right? Like that whole, right? I don't want to write my newsletters. Okay, I'm gonna get AI to write it. All right, like just keep that in the back of your mind of that relationship with AI and how you're using it. Homework here, your goals and values. It's good to write it down, analyze how you're using it. Does it align to your goals and values, and how will you use it, right? So, I mean, a lot of people are searching already can I produce book with this? We learned from Peter Neves. I actually encourage you to rewatch that video where if it's AI generated, you can't copyright it. But then when you use it to enhance yours first, so your story, your idea, I mean, not your idea, but most of your outline, right? Like this is where now you're putting boundaries so like you're not getting in trouble. Are you using this logo as your main logo and you didn't do your due diligence, like what I just showed here, where you search to see in Google image if this is a copyright image, right? Because like let's say if it was a superhero, um, you're probably like, oh, oops, type of situation. It has both, but like where it's copyrighted and you didn't know, you just did your due diligence, right? So healthy relationship with AI. I think this bonus chapter, I actually asked ChatGPT to give me these bonus chapter, is you just this boundaries, how you're using it, and in this case, maybe I'm gonna morph this or evolve this more on copywriting type of deal. Um, okay, let's see here. Let's see the examples. Balance. You might use ChatGPT to help draft emails, but take time to personalize them and maintain your personal touch, right? So you can do that. That's why I teach ChatGPT is a team member. You can use zero of it or 100% of it or something in between. But if you're using 100% of it, 100% of it, make sure, like, you know what I mean? Like, give honor where honor is due. You're giving credit where credit is. Here's another example, respect. Uh, Even though ChatGPT can generate content quickly, ensure it is used to create unique, responsible content that respects copyright laws. There you go, and ethical guidelines, right? This is where, guys, um, like this is where if you send something weird, ask us, ask the Minus Academy, ask Holy Spirit, what is this like? Am I doing something wrong? Type of thing. And I think I'm seeing that with the members, which is good. And then self-awareness. If finding yourself over relying on ChatGPT for every decision, take a step back, practice making decisions without its input. So this is what I did. So I think since March, I was preparing lessons and I was heavily using ChatGPT. Now I'm using more of Holy Spirit and ChatGPT, and then mostly a little bit of mostly Holy Spirit. But like what I'm trying to say is, okay, how much of ChatGPT have you been using? It's like, and then this is where this is a good balance. A balance. This is what the subject with this bonus chapter is all about. That's just help that balance. Like sometimes we might be ChatGPT so dependent, we're not even asking Holy Spirit. We're not even asking team members. We're not even asking mentors. Where that's why you got to see where ChatGPT, what place ChatGPT plays a role. And in this case, ChatGPT is a team member. ChatGPT is software mimicking human intelligence, and ChatGPT is a tool, right? So there you go. I think I'm just gonna do chapter 16 because there's so much. Maybe we'll do a little bit of 17 and 18. I don't want to rush it. But any questions, comments, concerns you want to add on to this? You think eventually GPT will have patents, logo restriction? Um, it has to, right, Nora? Because people want to own stuff. Um, Obviously, how will that look like? Because in my opinion, ChatGPT, here's my take on that question, Nora. Um, ChatGPT is a software, and it's eventually OpenAI needs to figure out a way to say, hey, it's generating information, it's taking free information out there, and it's creating something totally new. They're gonna push, so it's copyright, you can copyright the prompt, they're gonna push to eventually copyright the results of the prompt. And in this case, they're gonna push for us to say, hey, Nora owns this GPT, just the GPT app logo, right? Like it's under her name. She generated it. She owns it, right? I believe they're gonna push for that. Um, Obviously, there's these guidelines. It's gonna change, but it's like it's AI is gonna produce so much here and there, and it's like hiring Nora. It's like hiring a graphic artist. You hired a graphic artist to create your logo, your brand. But that's why it's like, okay, this graphic artist could have plagiarized or not, right? Obviously, if he's smart, he shouldn't be plagiarizing. But even accidentally, it can plagiarize. or you didn't know, but like, oops, I'm sorry, but like it doesn't get better. But then now there's due diligence. Now we know Peter Niev's due diligence. So for me, Nora, I think eventually OpenAI is gonna fight for us, and then they're gonna the whole patents, copyrights, and all that is gonna come into play, and that's why we have Peter Nieves. I'm hoping I can get him in the accelerated and the advanced monthly. I'm working on his GPTs, so that's my take on that one. Right? Any more questions? Um, how's it going, Johnson? Let me give you the ability to unmute yourself. Oh, you guys can unmute yourself. Johnson, you're good.
Yeah, it
And
got me. All right.
how's it going in your journey, sir?
Oh, it's static. Static. Sorry
It's
about that, but I had to do some research on other things I was working
no
on.
no
So,
problems. And then just
but I have to talk to
eh,
you about the
okay, go ahead.
hospitality thing that you were saying, how to how to start it and how to do it. What exactly did you put into the GPT?
Oh yeah, okay. So that's what I said. Like you put everything we have into place. So that's what I said. What are you after? Where are you getting stuck?
Oh,
Is there is
yeah, I
there
still
is there a blocker or a roadblock you're experiencing?
well, I still haven't decided between the hospitality or the sustained development.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
would suggest did you get my I think I started sharing this. I had a template. I use it in the challenge. It's been a while. Let me see here. What's it here? AI GPT template. Yes, I think this is the one. Have you seen this before? The minus AI GPT template?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to share this. Or ooh. Okay, so this template should help you discover what you're going to do. So for instance, so you would go, obviously you have to have a Google account,
Yeah, I
and,
do. I do.
and then you just make a copy. So and then you just put your name. Um, And then here's the sample who's, right? So this is mine. This is my first one, my crypto ones. You try to understand what's the gender you're after, the age, location, the interest market, sub-market niche, and micro niche. And this will help you. You're like, oh, right. And you literally instructions below our sample who you can reference to create your who. We can probably do yours, right? So instructions in the yellow section, enter the group, your due, you sent you're meant to serve. So let's say I'm just gonna help you out. Probably male. Are you a Gen Xer, John?
No.
You're a baby boomer?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a good chance you're probably serving a Gen X. And then let's go. Usually, what I teach people is usually you before you got your victory, right? So right here, I suggest don't pick both male and female. I'll pick male, and usually don't pick your generation. It's usually a generation behind you, as is a starting point. Um,
Okay.
and let's say American. Did you grow up in the hospitality? Did you grow up north, south, west coast, east coast? Which state did you grow up or do hospitality on? Or
East
all
Coast. East Coast.
east coast, right?
New
Because you
York, Philadelphia.
you obviously know there's East Coast is way different from West Coast, and even the East Coast states all have their own uh distinct uniqueness and flavor to it, right? So this is mostly in New York, you said?
Mostly in Philadelphia.
Mostly in Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Okay, so and even in PA in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia is way different from the different cities in there, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So we can go down there as well, like Philadelphia. Hopefully I'm spelling that right. And then what are the interests? So who are the people you want to serve? Just whatever the first thing that comes in your mind.
Hmm. Hmm. I thought you said Gen X.
Sorry. So in this case, do they want to learn cryptos? Do they want to learn hospitality? They want to go hospitality? They want to go and work for a hotel? They want to work for a restaurant? Are they entry level? Do they want to get up? Do they want to get a promotion? They want to do a hospitality business? So like I think in
Okay,
your
hotel, work for a hotel.
work for hotel. So and then in this case, okay, so they want to learn how to get into the hotel industry.
Yeah,
And in this case, my suggestion, just serve both Christians and non-Christians,
yeah,
unless only non-Christians are gravitating to you or Christians are not gravitating to you, or is it a mixture of both?
both.
Okay. And then Um, what else? So like this is pretty much you before the victory. So like are you looking at people with education, with no education, with a degree, with a diploma, with a master's, with a
Diploma.
postgraduate diploma, uh only educated with with a diploma only? So they have to have at least a diploma. And then
Yeah.
what else? Like what else? I mean, this is enough. So now all you do, Johnson, is okay, you filled it out. So the who grading, you go to the next section, see how it says copy and paste what's in green section. So in A3, you're gonna copy this, go to ChatGPT, and then you literally just paste it, right? So I filled out the block, the blank. I just put take on like all of this, take on
Hmm.
the persona of micro niche expert, and then suggest how to make it 100, and then let's see what happens, right? So here, your micro niche focus is quite specific. So I'll give you this file and I'll give you this as well. So right here, your micro niche focus is quite specific and caters to a distinct segment. Let's break down its elements. Gender and generation. Focusing on male Gen X provides a clear demographics with specific career change or development interests. So right now, Johnson, now you can start thinking, did you do a career change during that time? Were you more entry level or were you in a career
Uh,
transition?
career change. Yeah.
And then now you're like, is your goal for people fresh off school or they're more into like that career change, right?
Hmm.
So see how this first one gets you thinking. Um, and then we'll answer all of this. And then now the geography, now you're saying, hey, it's in Philadelphia, excellent for networking. So now you're focusing and you're taking that market just in Philadelphia, right? How big is Philadelphia population size? Phil,
1.6 by five largest
pretty big.
city in the United States.
Yeah. So that's a big group there, right? And then now in the hotel industry, are you see how here it gets you thinking? Targeting those interested in entering the hotel industry is a solid niche, especially for educational content, mentorship, and career guidance, right? And now religious background, you're going for non-Christians and Christians. Education level, diploma only offers a unique angle for providing tailored advice on overcoming educational back barriers in the hotel. So now it's giving you 85 out of 100. And now it's going to suggest how to go deeper to get you thinking. So now, Holy Spirit, what are you showing me during this time? So now you're like, hey, deepen industry focus. Do you want specific roles in the hotel industry? Do you want to focus on management, operations, or customer service? Which one do you specialize in, Johnson?
Management, maybe operations, really.
Management operations. So you don't want to deal with
Operations.
customer service.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You don't want to deal with customer service. You want to focus more on management and operations,
Yeah, customer service. Yeah, customer service.
right? So like, so now you're gonna go customer service. You can put in here, interested in customer service. And then now localize further, Philadelphia, even that one is really big, right? I don't know, like Toronto's pretty big, but obviously each city, mega cities, north, south, west, east, central Philadelphia is different. I mean, I would assume that's the case also in Philadelphia, right? Were you all over Philadelphia or were you more central, downtown? Or are you uptown, midtown, or are you more?
It, um,
Or
both actually, but now out of the city.
and then but then your experience
South.
and your forte, is it more central or is it downtown or more uptown or is it more in the suburbs?
Uptown, suburbs, uptown.
Uptown. So like you can even say here, focus on uptown or suburbs, right? See how this gets you thinking? Because then
Yeah.
when you do this, you dominate the space because who's your competition? You're like, there's no one else other than Johnson that does this, right? So now here, and not only that, so now localize further, educational pathways. Are you going specifically on certification, short courses, online learning platforms? Could bolster one's entry for advancement in the hotel industry without requiring a degree, right? Maybe now it reminds you, like, did you take those certification and short courses to help you or not really?
Not really. You learn in they certify you in the hotel
Yeah. So then now you can even put that there. You can say, um, learn
and online. That's the online
online
courses.
and through in the job certification, correct?
Yeah.
Right? So now it gets you thinking, right? So now community, foster community through workshops, meetups, or online communities. Now you know who to go after, right? Are you going for the males in Philadelphia to teach them? Like, is there a market for this, right? Like, they want to go in the hotel industry, in the management operations, and now you can teach that. And this is why your micro niche is so powerful with the success stories, because now you can use your story. Does that make sense, Johnson? Now you can
Oh,
say,
I
this
see.
is
I
what
see.
I went through. And then now you got a movement. Now you got something. So now check this out. Here's your who grading. Let's try it again. So how you saw how I updated this? Is there
Yeah.
and is there any more while we're talking, is there any more things that you want to change after this?
Mm.
Holy Spirit can bypass what I'm seeing.
That's interesting. Wow, wow.
Is this good for now?
Yeah, yeah, good for now.
So check this out. So we go who grading. So now let's see, we copy it here. Um, I copied it again. But not only that, while that's filling out, now same thing. Each of the tab, Johnson, you can copy the green and paste it, right? So the next one, I think the next one, you'll start discovering their pain, problem, and fear. The next one, you'll discover their biggest hope, dream, and desire. I'm just gonna grab one each because we're running out of time. And then
Yeah.
give you the files for this. And then here you're gonna get their biggest limiting belief. And then I'm gonna finish off. I'm gonna jump straight to this is where this is where it's all about. The big idea. This is where it's all at. Okay, the big idea is literally straight copy and paste to ChatGPT. So I'm gonna grab a few. So here now you'll understand the right now you'll understand.
Specifics.
Here's the grading. Right now you got a grading of 85 to 100 still, but here now you'll see what was the first one. The biggest pain problem belief, right? They lack industry specific education training, adapting to technology, age discrimination. Did you experience any of these?
No,
Financial stability, work-life balance, physical demand,
work-life balance, right?
right? So there's one that you can now Holy Spirit can highlight where you can focus on that,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
And
Okay,
then
okay.
now you're gonna see the next one is what is their biggest hopes, dreams, and desire? Dreams and desire. They want strong foundation in hospitality. They want acquire specialized skills. They want career stability. Isn't this what you wanted during that time? And of course, work
Yeah,
life again.
yeah.
And then now this piece, which is biggest limiting beliefs. Um, limiting beliefs. Interesting thing. Limiting beliefs is what? Age, ageism in hiring practices, lack of formal education, technology advancement. So you have an idea, career stagnation. You can pick which ones, right? The geographically locations. And then here's the last piece because you're like, what should I do? This is where the big idea. You can go detailed market analysis, hotel industries, identify the types of hotel thrive in this location, whether they're luxury boutiques, business focused, or family oriented. It's all about solving the biggest problem. You can go competitive job market needs qualification. Candidates overcoming this barrier requires a focus on gaining industry specific certification. So the first one, the big idea is you understand the market, right? Now you're going to do some research to say, in the uptown area, suburbs in Philadelphia, what are the type of hotels that are thriving in those locations? Is it luxury boutiques, business focused, or family oriented? You don't have to answer that now,
Right,
but now
right, right.
you solve the big problem to say, oh, it's a competitive job market, but now you need what experience they need by the research, and then you give that. Like, I actually have this. Like, I actually have crypto and AI training. I actually have hospitality training. I have some hacks that I can teach people. And then now you can go gain relevant skills and certification. Now, instead of the traditional education path, this is where you come in. Let me teach it to you, right? Let me bring in some people. Let me look at that. They even tell you teaching Coursera or edX or specific hospitality management, right? Online academies. There's a sexy step, make a learning and certification acquisition appealing by pursuing badges and accolades, right? This the whole concept of gamification, networking, real world experience. Uh, Networking is crucial. Did you do networking a lot?
Word of mouth.
And it's powerful, right? That's a skill. That's a skill that brought you to where you're at, correct?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then not a lot of people know that. So like you're like, oh, networking is a big deal. Yes, it is. So right here, gaining real world experience might seem daunting without a foot in the door. Volunteer for events. So now you can teach word of mouth. Okay, job search strategy. How can you do a job search? Right. So this whole piece, leverage special timing, like just shows you the different ideas. On the right side, it's kind of similar. Where so detailed analysis, researching it again. What is the big problem? What are the thriving hotel industries? Is it the luxury? Do you want to focus on luxury or boutique or business or family oriented? Solve that problem, and then okay, that's how you get in. But you know what kind of hotels you want to get in. Do
right,
you want
right,
to do online coaching? Do you want to do in-job training? Like you can mock this up, right? You can go deep
right,
with this, making the learning process more engaging. Virtual reality, there, look at that. Like, have you thought
right.
of that? Like virtual reality. So for instance, ChatGPT, no, it was Midjourney. Midjourney is creating the ability to create worlds. So with chat with mid, you know Midjourney, right, Johnson?
Yes, yes.
So
So,
with
yeah,
Mid-Journey, you can create a whole new world now, a whole new virtual world to mimic a virtual reality training ground for hotel hospitality. So like, oh, let me show you this environment. Let me show you the characters, and you're like, wow, no one's done this before. You just solved a big problem, and that's a big payout, right? So, is this helping Johnson a little bit?
yeah. Let me get that the matrix you did the
Yeah.
format
So let me send this to you.
out.
So I'll give this to you. Is it okay if I share this to everybody?
That's the my email, right?
Yeah. No, I'm sharing it here on the Zoom chat. Did you
Okay.
get the Zoom chat? And then I'll also these prompts. I'll also share each of the prompts in the. I'll share. I'll what I'll do is let me share all the prompts into the Zoom chat, and then I'll put
Yeah.
the Zoom chat and share the whole Zoom chat window. Um, okay, here we go, and then
Let's
I'll
see,
save the whole.
share
This
the
is
chat.
I'll save the home Zoom chat, save the chat, and then now you can download this whole chat. Do you see that file?
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. There's the whole file. So for everyone, guys, getting your who is very key. At least you have an idea, and then see how there's so many ways. Because I think this is what you're looking for, Johnson. You're trying to figure out what should I do. Now
Yeah.
create a GPT for this, right? Obviously, I mean, I threw it out there. Midjourney can create VR worlds, but start off with once again what I opened up this call with. let's use what's in our hand, right? In this case, ChatGPT, OpenAI specializes in anything graphics, anything writing, anything productivity, research and analysis. See how your research and analysis can come into play and your education can come into play to what you're about to do. I mean, later on, well, if you want to jump to mid-journey and do virtual worlds and go with that virtual reality, that's a very cool idea. I'm not stopping you. That's a cool idea. No one's done it that before, and that'd be so amazing type of deal, right?
All right. Thank you.
Does this help, Johnson?
Yes. Yes. You just got
Right?
to work on it.
Yeah. All right. And then all the files are there. All right, guys. So yes, please work on this. Work on your who, because if you don't have your who, you know what? This is helps you. Thank you, Johnson, for being hot-seated. Let me know, guys, if there's any question. Post it in our Kingdom AI Foundation. I just realized I'm way over time. Because without this who, you're like you're you're shooting off 100 ways or 12 ways, you can only go as fast, right? So even if you're doing two things, you're only going 50% as fast. If you're doing three things, you're only going one third as fast. You want to focus in one path, pick it, go for it, serve that who well, and it's going to be such a blessing. All right, guys. So post your questions in the Kingdom AI Foundations. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll work on this. I know Tuesday I'll get my team to work on chapter 17, and maybe work on, since we worked on the who with F Johnson, maybe we'll work on our spreadsheets tomorrow. So Jim Rocks, make note, we'll probably work on that spreadsheet so we're ready, and then we'll upload that to the Kingdom AI Foundation group. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.